It's funny how coffee has been labeled as the bad guy in so many health stories, but when you really look into its effects on reproduction, it's kind of a different
Yeah,
story. Studies are showing that coffee might not be the fertility villain everyone thought it was.
right. I mean, there's this research that actually compared outcomes from infertility treatments and found no negative impact from coffee consumption on results like clinical pregnancies or live births.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is that um, despite coffee's reputation for causing everything from heart disease to pregnancy complications, when you look at things, especially in studies where they control for smoking and other behaviors, the real picture emerges.
Mm-hmm. True, some early studies even hinted at adverse effects because they didn't account for cofactors like smoking. It's like, um, we're blaming the coffee when it's actually more about the smoking habit, right?
Exactly, yeah. And then there's this fascinating study by Lingsu and colleagues from Denmark. They looked at over 1,700 couples
Yep.
undergoing infertility treatments. And they found that coffee intake didn't harm the success of treatments like IVF or ECSE.
That's quite a twist, isn't it? Especially considering our old fears about coffee causing all sorts of reproductive woes.
Absolutely. And what's really eye catching is that in women undergoing IUI, higher coffee consumption was actually associated with like a 50% greater chance of a live birth compared to those who
Really?
abstained. It's like um, coffee might actually be giving you a little boost.
I have to say, though, while that's promising, don't you think there's a case for caution? I mean, one study showing improved outcomes with IUI might need more replication before we start recommending 6 cups a day.
Yeah, fair point. It's intriguing, but we need more comprehensive studies to be sure. The evidence overall is suggesting that coffee isn't the reproductive enemy we once thought.
Exactly. And it's also interesting how cultural differences play in. In Denmark, for instance, where coffee consumption is high, many pregnant women or those planning to conceive continue drinking coffee, unlike in North America where the trend is different.
Mm-hmm. It just shows how context matters. And even the dietary guidelines from 2015 confirmed that coffee isn't really linked to higher risks of chronic diseases or premature death. It might even have protective effects against type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like coffee's reputation got a serious makeover, from the villain to maybe a bit of a misunderstood hero.
Exactly, it's like the narrative has shifted over time. And let's not forget the natural history. Coffee, as a plant compound, is essentially a pesticide for invertebrates. But our brains handle it just fine.
Absolutely. So, in the end, while we should maintain a balanced view, it seems clear that moderate coffee consumption isn't a reproductive hazard. It might even be beneficial under certain conditions.
Yeah, really intriguing. For sure. It's a great reminder that sometimes things aren't as black and white as they seem, and that careful scientific inquiry can peel back the layers to reveal
Yeah,
the true
exactly.
story.